Confucius once said, after returning to the state of Lu from the state of Wei, "I revised the classic of poetry and restored the music to its proper place." What Confucius aimed to achieve through this cultural inheritance was to re-establish the rites and music, thereby restoring the Tao and the Zhou rituals. This was of profound significance at a time when the world was in chaos, with the rites crumbling and the music falling into disuse. Since rites and music were inextricably linked, as long as the music survived, people could still hear the echoes of the Zhou rituals and the Tao within it, drawing inspiration and moral warnings. Thus, his efforts were essentially a cultural renaissance. Once the music was rectified, Confucius laid down strict regulations across 4 aspects: who was permitted to perform it, on what occasions it could be played, which instruments were to be used, and how the compositions should be arranged. On the surface, it may have seemed like mere recitations of the classic of poetry or musical performances, but in reality, they carried profound philosophical messages. They guided people to cultivate themselves, promote virtuous deeds, love their people, and become moral exemplars for the world. By abridging the classic of poetry and the book of documents, and by establishing the rites and music, Confucius did so because the Tao and the Zhou rituals were inherently embedded within them. Through melodies and instruments, the music could beautifully express the emotions and underlying principles it held.